Queen's Park Rangers are back in action this Saturday lunchtime with 8th place Millwall the next side headed to Loftus Road. So I caught up with Frankie from that Millwall podcast to get his take on the Lions' start to the season, standout players and his prediction for this weekend. If you're new to the channel, I'm Connor aka Hoopsa and I talk all things QPR. If you enjoyed this preview, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, check out my Patreon down in the description below. Frankie, thank you very much for joining me for another Queen's Park Rangers v Millwall preview. How are you, first of all?
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, pleasure to be on. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good, cheers. Appreciate you jumping on again. So both Millwall and QPR have enjoyed pretty similar starts to the season so far. The Lions just a point behind the R's in 8th place right now. What have you made of the start to the season so far for Millwall?
Yeah, probably very similar to yourselves, mate. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. We've had some games where we've looked really good. We got absolutely stuffed by Coventry. And then had some good performances as well, right? So obviously coming off of a good result against West Brom, winning 3-0. But it's been up and down, and we've had a lot of injuries and stuff. It's been a tough start to the season, and we're very much in transition. So um, yeah, a mixed bag.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, looking at Millwall's form, there's been a fair bit of sort of win-lose, win-lose. As you mentioned, both sides have also been thumped by Coventry this season.
Yeah,
Rangers just that touch more. But you went into the
let's not
international
talk about
break.
Coventry. Let's not do that.
You went into the international break on the back of a 3-0 home win, though, against West Brom, which was quite a statement. So are you hoping that's a corner turn towards more consistency?
Yeah, hopefully, particularly at home, because our home from before that was this so far this season. Before that game, we'd only won one out of our three home games, four in fact. Sorry, so we needed that win, and I think it was a bit of a line in the sand moment for us in terms of right. Let's put Coventry game to bed. Let's put Middlesbrough, which is another terrible result at home, to bed. So hopefully it is a bit of a turning moment. Will it be? I think the pessimist in me, being a Millwall fan, says I'm not too convinced. Um, but we'll find out. There's no better game to go to right than another London derby. So
What do you put some of the sort of teething issues down to so far? Is it those injuries? Is it the business that was done in the summer?
I think it'd be unfair to the club to say it's not the injuries. I think so far, last time I counted, we've had 14 first team players that have been injured at some point this season, which after what 9 games is astounding. What we're doing on the training ground, I have no idea. So it's definitely that's definitely a big issue. I think the other issue, if I'm going to be honest, is we've had a big push over the last 2 years to try and bring the squad's average age down. Who's one of the oldest squads in the championship, and we've now got a lot of players that are young, new to the league. So we're going to have these teething issues, right? And I think that's probably the other biggest issue.
So who would you say have been the standout players for Millwall so far? Who should QPR fans be worried about?
Um, our best player this season, maybe not one to worry about, but our best player this season has definitely been Tristan Crammer, who we signed last January from Brentford on what we think is a free transfer. Um, he's been incredible. We've not missed Tanganga, who's obviously one of the best Championship centre backs in the league. So to not miss him is a real testament to how good Crammer has been. So he'll be one to keep an eye on. Going forward, I think probably Aziz. He's just come back from injury. He scored an absolute screamer against West Brom. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out after you finish watching this video. But yeah, he's when he's on his day and he's up for it, he can just give his defenders nightmares.
And what about Massimo Luongo, a former QPR player? We've not seen him in this league for a little while. So how's he been getting on in a Millwall shirt?
Very, very good. Very good. I think everyone's a bit surprised. One, how much he's played. That's probably due to the injuries, but his his control of the game is his intelligence on the football pitch is just something that we haven't really got in some of the players that replaced him. And ironically, we're talking about bringing the squad age down. He's what, 34, but he's he's been really, really good so far. A standout from, again, free agent. You can't really complain.
And on the flip side, then, where do you think QPR can cause Millwall problems on Saturday?
Um, Probably not something that you're used to hearing from Millwall fans about Millwall, but you can definitely get us defensively. I think we're seeing that we've got Jacobs been a stalwart in this league for a long time, but pace and physicality maybe isn't his strong point anymore. And you look at Kone, and I'm already getting a little bit nervous about that matchup. I'm not going to lie. If you can get out the left side of our defence, there's definitely room to get us there. And I think really when we tend to struggle when sides control midfield. If you can control midfield and win that midfield battle, you're in for a good afternoon.
Well, Frankie, I really appreciate you jumping on as ever. It was a 1-1 draw in this meeting at Loftus Road last season, so let's round off with your score prediction for Saturday.
Would it be fit sitting on the fence to say I think it'd be 1-1 again? We never seem to do that well at QPR, so I wouldn't be bold enough to predict a win. But our away form is pretty good. We're unbeaten away so far this year, so I'm going to go 1-1 again.
Well, Frankie, thank you again, and all the best for the rest of the season after your trip to Loftus Road.
Thank you very much.
Massive thanks to Frankie again for joining me for this match preview. Make sure you give him a follow and check out that Millwall podcast down below. So, it seems more parallels than one between the Lions and the R's. Just a point separates them in the table. Both were demolished by Coventry. Both clubs are pushing for younger squads. And both have been dealing with inexplicable numbers of injuries. The difference between the two is that Rangers go into this game on the crest of a 6-game unbeaten streak, a run we'll be hoping the 2-week international break doesn't prove to have been an obstacle to. Millwall do seem to be much more effective away from home, with all 4 of their defeats in all competitions this season coming exclusively on the road, and with their last 2 trips to Swansea and Charlton ending in 1-1 draws, I can see what Frankie based his prediction on. Given he said that Millwall's weakness this season is uncharacteristically their defence, however, this is a game I fully expect Julian Stefan to be planning to attack in, and one where the strike partnership of Richard Kone and Romain Barrel should be perfectly suited. The fact that Kwame Poku has been shown to be back on the training pitch and Elijah was also previously touted for a return after the break could mean we have even more attacking solutions on the bench too, should they be needed. So let's round off with a score prediction as usual. I'll be honest, the small number of times I've predicted a win this season, we haven't won. So I'm going to echo Frankie's 1-1 and hope for the best. What's your score prediction and how do you think this game will play out? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this match preview and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And before I go, I just wanted to also say a big thank you to everyone who's signed up to my Patreon so far. I'm genuinely so appreciative of your support. The first Patreon exclusive monthly podcast will be dropping at the start of November, and I've also got an upcoming player interview in the works which patrons will get first access to very soon. If that's of interest to you too and you'd like to help support the channel, you can sign up via the link down in the description or the comments. Thank you so much again, and come on you Rs.